Welcome to Accounting Made Simple, where numbers make sense and confidence begins. I'm Mr. Samson, and today we're diving back into our accounting topics. Whether you're in grade 10, 11, or 12, you are in the right place. Let's break it down step by step for you. Good day. We are looking at question 4, corporate governance. And again, this is September 2025, Limpopo province. This is for Fresh Limited and Night Owl Limited. You are provided with the extracts from the independent audit reports of Fresh Limited and Night Owl Limited. Required section. What kind of audit report was obtained by Fresh Limited and Night Owl Limited? Quote a statement from the given extract to support your choice, provided in question 4.1 above. State any three impacts that the audit report for Fresh Limited received will have on the company. Case 4.4 and 4.5. I'd like to read the extracts first before we could answer. So Fresh Limited, we discovered that a sizable percentage of the transactions under test lacked documentation. We do not therefore express an opinion regarding the financial statements on 20th February. Okay. In our opinion, the financial statements fairly present, in all material respects, the financial position of this company on February 2025. All right. So Fresh Limited, we are so sure that the auditors are refusing to express an opinion. The moment they refuse, that leaves us with a disclaimer. And if you look at Night Owl, we are receiving an unqualified audit report. And how do we end up with these two answers? The disclaimer is coming from, so we're already answering 4.2, because 4.2 is saying we should quote the statement to support. So here, the statement which reads as follows from the extract, we do not. So here's the statement. We do not therefore express an opinion regarding the financial statements. This statement shows that the auditors are refusing to express an opinion. Therefore, it is a disclaimer. And we must now get the quotation or the quote of a statement for Night Owl Limited. So this statement, which reads as follows: in our opinion, the financial statements fairly present in all material respects suggest that the auditors are happy with the information that was presented to them by the directors. They are saying there is no mistake in any form of foul play, and as far as professional judgment is concerned. So it is a disclaimer. 4.3. State any three impacts that the audit report Fresh Limited received will have on the company. The audit report that they've received suggests that there's something seriously wrong with the financial statements. So impact number one is that the company and its directors cannot be trusted. So the moment we see a report of this nature, the moment we get any report where the auditors are refusing to express an opinion, then the directors, the company itself cannot be trusted. That's impact number one. And that ruins a lot of things. That gives bad impression. That gives bad publicity. It is not good for business. And the second thing is that with the bad publicity coming in, the shareholders will be starting to collect their funds and invest them somewhere else, which may result in the share price of this company falling in a matter of months, if not weeks. And then one last aspect on the impacts, it will come through the financial institutions. Banks may not approve loans. Remember, the bank would want audited financial statements. And in this case, the audited financial statements have got the worst audit report, which suggests that the directors cannot be trusted. Then the bank will automatically refuse to grant any loan in the direction of, well, we cannot trust you, so we are not going to give you any loan. And that will affect the business severely, especially for companies which are listed on JSE, because these are companies which are running big operations and they need a lot of capital. So if there is a need for a loan, that should be approved But in this case, this company will suffer a lot. Right, question 4.4. A recent news report alleged that Fresh Limited landed an 18 million deal to supply organic vegetables to the supermarket chain, Coolwell. Allegedly, the CFO of Fresh Limited paid 2.5 million to the Coolwell CEO to secure the deal. As a shareholder, explain what you would say at the annual general meeting. Provide 2 points. Okay, there's quite a lot that you would want to understand here. And it's an open-ended question. The first one, so the first thing I'd say, well, this is unethical. It looks like there is some sort of bribe or kickbacks or quid pro quo, rub my shoulder or rub yours kind of a situation. In a normal arm's length transaction, this must go through a normal tender system. And as long as there is this issue of our CEO paying 2.5 million, this smells much unethical, illegal, in the form of corruption, bribe, kickbacks, and so forth. There was no need to pay that amount. It just makes the whole situation complicated. So there is a problem in terms of ethics. So the second thing that I would say the GM is to say the CFO must be investigated to understand the matter in detail, the 2.5 million. And obviously there must be some sort of disciplinary measures taken towards the CFO, because this is going to make the company look very bad. And considering the idea that the company is already having a disclaimer that adds more to the problems of Fresh Limited. You also recommend that there must be another investigation to try and check if the other directors are not compromised, and if they were aware of the 2.5 million which was paid, and if they voted for a no, because they have an opportunity to say, no, this is unethical and I'm not going to approve it. If they authorized the CFO payment, then they're all accomplices in this mess. So that must be investigated. So yeah, this is some of the things that I would ask the AGM to try and make contribution towards this news report. After the news report, Fresh Limited has set up a confidential tip-off phone line managed by an independent company to report unethical behavior. Whistleblowers who provide information will be protected and remain anonymous. In your opinion, explain why Fresh Limited found it necessary to implement the above. Provide 2 points. So the first one is to create a protection policy that encourages people to report cases. So if you have a tip-off online where people are anonymous, each and every time if there's a problem in the business, people will come forward and report. And as long as they are not mentioned, because the problem, if you are mentioned, then you'll be victimized if you are known, or you will be physically harmed. So the idea is to try and protect the people who have got the information, and then the business will do further investigations. The other aspect is to try and prevent wrongdoing. It is one thing for people to do wrong things, but if they know that there's a tip-off line where people can report anonymously, this will prevent, or to some extent minimize, the people from doing wrong things. You were asked to give 2 points there, but the third one, you will simply say to comply with King Code 4 of 2016. So it is part of our King Code volume on corporate governance. Businesses must have policies in place which try and protect the issues of ethics, which try and uplift good business practices. So it is one item that can be applied to comply with the King Code, or to establish enough corporate governance which is sound and proper in minimizing unethical behavior, in promoting a good code of conduct from the business perspective. That was it for 15 marks, and let us meet again in my next video presentation. Welcome to Accounting Made Simple, where numbers make sense and confidence begins. I'm Mr. Samson, and today we're diving back into our accounting topics. Whether you're in grade 10, 11, or 12, you are in the right place. Let's break it down step by step for you. Good day. We are looking at question 4, corporate governance.